We all know tax season is right around the corner, so it is a good idea to start getting ready for tax season as soon as possible. Today, we are talking all about dependents. What's up, my people? It's Kiwanis, your credit advisor. Make sure that you like this video. If you have any questions, you can make sure that you can leave those in the comments. Now, if you need a tax prep checklist, check out the description to download a free copy. Let's jump right into today's video. So let's start by talking about what a dependent is. Now, for tax purposes, a dependent is someone other than the taxpayer or spouse, so someone other than you or your spouse who qualifies to be claimed by someone else on a tax return. More generally speaking, a dependent is someone who relies on you for financial support, such as housing, food, clothing, necessities, and anything else that they need. Typically, this includes your child or a relative, but it can also include people who aren't directly related to you, such as a domestic partner. So why would you want to claim someone as a dependent? Claiming someone as a dependent on your tax return could save you thousands of dollars on your taxes. So, who qualifies as a dependent? Now, there are two types of dependents. Each are subject to different rules. There is a qualifying child, and then you have a qualifying relative. So here are some questions that you need to answer to determine if you can claim a dependent on your tax returns. Are they a citizen or resident? Are you the only person claiming them as a dependent? You can't claim someone who is claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax returns. So that means you can only claim, that person can only be claimed once as a dependent. Now, are they filing a joint return? You can't claim someone who's married and who files a joint return. So say you have a teenage son who's married and you support him. He files a joint return with his spouse. Now you can't claim him on your taxes as a dependent. Now let's talk about what a qualifying child is. In addition to qualifications we just talked about, to claim a qualifying child, you must be able to answer yes to these next few questions. Are they related to you? The child could be your son, daughter, stepchild, eligible foster child, brother, sister, half-brother, half-sister, anything, stepbrother, stepsister, an adopted child, or child of them, so it could be your grandchild. It could even be a cousin. Do they meet the age requirement? The child must be under 19, or if they're a full-time student, under the age of 24. Now, there is no age limit if the child is permanently and totally disabled. Now, do they live with you? The child must live with you for more than half the year, but there are some exceptions that apply. Do you financially support them? The child may have a job, but they cannot provide more than half of their own support. So let's talk about what a qualifying relative is. Now, many people provide support for their aging parents, but just because you mail your mother a check every once in a while, it doesn't mean you can claim her as a dependent. So here's a checklist for determining whether your mom or other relative qualifies. Do they live with you? Your relative must live with you at your residence all year to be on the list of relatives who do not live with you. In publication 501, there are about 30 types of relatives on that list. So you can go check that publication out at irs.com. Do they make less than $4,400 in year 2022? Your relative can't have more gross income of $4,400 in 2022 to be claimed by you as a dependent. Do you financially support them? You must provide more than half of your relative's total support for the year. In all cases, to claim someone as a dependent on your tax return, you can't be claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. That makes so much sense, right? You can't be claimed as a dependent to claim someone else as a dependent. I hope you have found so much value in this video. Thank you for watching. I now hope that you know what a dependent is and who qualifies as a dependent. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Until next week, stay well.